Hey everybody, this is John and I am live from Las Vegas. I'm still in my hotel room. I'll show you the setup that I use when I travel here in just a second. But I'm also, the nice thing about Las Vegas is that it is on West Coast time. So here it is about 12:45 p.m., which means that the market closes in 15 minutes. That also means it's almost 3 o'clock at home. So I kind of like this where the market gets done, to me, it gets done early and you have more time during the day. So what I'm watching here today is very important. S&Ps right now are down 5, almost 6 points after being up nicely earlier today. They fizzled. Today's close and tomorrow's action is very important for a couple different reasons. You can see that there's a little bit of buying pressure trying to come in right now, but not enough at this point to cause any short covering into the close. If it can get above plus 600 and maintain, we should end up about plus 3 or 4 points on the S&P, is about an 8-point rally. But the reason today and tomorrow are so important is that we've got a very important structure setting up here on the S&P daily. The NASDAQ too, but the S&Ps is kind of the most important one. It's a huge potential reversal pattern. And it's lined up right. You had the high volume here on that first down move, high volume here on the head part, and then on the right shoulder it's low volume. So all the pieces of the puzzle there are for a potential rally from these levels. And I am not looking for new highs at this point, but I do believe that the market is an equal opportunity dream killer and that we could come up at least up here and destroy anybody who's short before potentially rolling back over. The other side of this coin is that we are just actually in a downward trend and now, we're off and running to new lows. But again, the pattern here suggests that this market is going to be able to hold these levels and at least have a little bit of a rally here, possibly into Thanksgiving weekend or anything like that. So a couple of things going on there I want to keep an eye on. Of course, it is very difficult for this market right now to have much of a move without Apple. Apple, some extreme moves as Apple and all its suppliers, its suppliers are warning, which implies that Apple may be not selling as many phones as they let on. So that's causing a lot of problems too. And then you have stocks like GE, which is actually up today, but that have just been decimated. So not a lot bright, not a lot of shining stars, so to speak. All right, so this is my Instagram. You can, if you're on Instagram, it's just simpler John. I don't post really trading stuff here very much. It's just more like, hey, day in the life. But when I'm traveling, this is my laptop right here. And then when I'm traveling, I have these two monitors that I can just throw into my backpack or my suitcase. And I don't check bags, so they're easy to travel with. And now I've got 3 monitors that I can look at while I'm trading. And of course, this is just in a hotel room. They're pretty easy to travel with. They're easy to use. They don't need power. There's just like a USB that's directly into the laptop. And then this is a great mouse pad. It's for gamers. It's pretty wide. It is. Here, let me scroll up a little bit. It's, you can see here, it's actually, I think it's something like 18 inches across or something like that. But the idea with this is that you can just roll it up and throw it into your bag, but it's meant for gamers so that the mouse sticks really good to this. And then, so that's my travel setup when I'm trading. And then just kind of coming back to the markets here, you can see, again, we're down about 3 points, which again, at this point, if the markets can just not puke, that's a win. I do think tomorrow, Wednesday, is going to be the key day this week. If they roll over tomorrow, this is going to get pretty ugly. But if they can start to maintain this and start to hold this and get something going, it's going to cause shorts to at least get nervous. So this market's pretty volatile. If this market's been keeping you up at night, remember, you can always do the butterflies. Not only for income, but for actually wealth-building trades. I know for those of you that aren't familiar with butterflies, it's like, oh, butterflies, isn't that where you're trying to risk 20 to make 1. It's actually the complete opposite, where you're actually risking 1 to potentially make 20, but then it's not hard to get some doubles and singles along the way. If you are not familiar with the strategy, Bruce is going to be teaching this Tuesday the 13th after the close from 5 to 8 Central. So it's possibly, if you're getting this, the class, and you didn't know about it, the class has already started. That's okay. You can still sign up for it and get the recording, and then if you want, attend the live trading. Just remember that once the class goes into our store after it's over, the store price comes in effect. Okay, what does that mean? That means that prior to this going into our store, You can get the strategy part for just $2.97. After it goes into our store, it is $5.97. And then for the live trading part, prior to going to our store, it is $6.97, and then after it goes into the store, it is $11.94. So the idea here is for those of you that can participate as the class is happening, you can enjoy that savings. Again, if you're just seeing this, I would just say, look, do the strategy class. If you aren't familiar with it, you're going to love it. It is a tool that should be in everybody's arsenal. And then the live trading is one of those things, if you just want to see Bruce do this live, you can ask him questions while you're doing it, and it's a good way to do that. All right, simplertrading.com/fly will take you to the page. Have fun, and we'll see you at the next update.